tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you. Tearing out, tearing out.
Wealthy family, and welcome to today's video. Thank you for coming and sharing some time with me. I love and appreciate you all. So earlier today we were in the park and I attempted to record this video 4 times, and every time something happened, they cut the lawnmower on, or the blower, or someone walked up and started talking to me, or I made a bumbling mistake, and then I had the baby. So that was a scenario all in its own. So hopefully I can get this out to you all before tonight. So you see I'm recording, it's still kind of sunny, but life happens in between editing and everything. So today we are going to talk about how to be a great parent, how to be an amazing parent, how to be the best parent that you possibly can be, how to get the world's greatest mom or dad mug, okay? Have a whole collection of world's greatest, all right? Now, I'm sharing things not from the magical parent handbook that they give out to certain few, okay, but from my personal experience. I am raising 6 children, ranging from ages 23 to 2 months, okay? All right, I have a 23, 20, soon to be 18, 16, 14, and 2-month-old, okay? 4 biological, 2 bonus children. And then it seems like I am a magnet to children without mothers. So a numerous amount of my children's friends call me mom and come to the house and eat dinner with us, and they're just my adopted loves, okay? So I am speaking from this experience, from that viewpoint, okay? This is not a one-all be-all, okay? This is not a one-size-fits-all. Take the information that can benefit you and leave the rest. And when I say parent, I don't just mean biological mother or biological father. I'm also talking to bonus parents, right? Step parents, aunties and uncles who step into that role, grandparents, okay, who step into that role. If you have any type of parental figure over a child, this video is for you, okay? All right, great. So, first things first. Excuse me. In order to be the best parent, just be your best self, okay? Excuse me. For so long, I used to tell myself, I'm not going to be like my mother. I'm not going to do this to my children. I'm not going to tell my children this. I'm not going to make them do this. I'm not going to da-da-da-da-da. Like, basing everything off of what I went through and what I was like, I'm not going to, instead of just being my best version for my children. All right? Now, of course, some people may say, isn't that kind of going hand in hand? Because if you don't want to do certain things because it caused you pain, doesn't that make you like putting forth the best for your child? But not necessarily. No. Okay? Sometimes you can be depraving yourself from certain things, and then when you go to try to give it to your child, some adults can become resentful. Yes, there's some adults that resent their children because their children have certain things that the adult didn't have, even though the adult is the one providing it, okay? So just be your best self. Love your children, love yourself. Treat them how you would want to be treated. If you tell them to respect you, you got to respect them. If you want them to say please and thank you, you got to please and thank you them. When my children call me on the phone or in the house or whatever, I answer the phone, yes sir, yes ma'am, yes my love, yes how can I help you? Because that's what I want, how I want them to answer me. I want them to afford the same respect and power and dignity to me. So that's what I give to them. You have to be your best self. Put your best self forward. I make a mistake. Listen, I made a mistake, okay? I wasn't wrong. I wasn't right. I can be wrong sometimes. It happens, but I'm growing and I'm learning. That doesn't mitigate or take away any of my authority or power, and you're still going to do what it is I told you to do. But me living my best self, acknowledging all versions and all parts of myself, allows me to give them room to be their best authentic self. And you can't know who you are authentically until you can express yourself in all variations and forms. Okay? So just be your best self around them. Don't put on the front. Don't say, parents always know what's right. There's no, do as I say, not as I do, because your actions are your first form of communication. Okay? When your baby cries and you go to pick them up and hush them and lull them, yeah, you can talk words. They don't always understand the words, but they understand your tone. They understand the action. They know that if they cry, you'll come. Right now, at 2 months old, I can tell my son, and I've been doing this since he was born, okay? But when it's time to feed him, when it's time to nurse, I say the words open, and I do a certain movement with my hand, and he knows, okay, open my mouth wide so I can eat. I realize that when she does this, I do this, and here's the reaction, right? So that's just an example. But words aren't always the best form of communication, but your actions and your energy are. Okay? So be about what you talk about. All right? Next, the best way on how to be the greatest parent, rather, is understand that this child that you made, this beautiful bundle of joy that's going to grow to be a big blossoming ball of momentum energy, understand that they are a beautiful infusion of you, of your partner, magically conformed here into this outside realm with a lot of them. You understand? You and your partner infused your energies to create this being, but this being also has their own energy. They have their own energy. They are their own person. They are their own spirit. I don't know why people think that children who are going to grow to be adults only have their own attitude and personality when they're no longer underneath the parent's thumb. That's not the case. So you recognize the uniqueness of this child when they're young, and you praise that. But then when they start to get older and start to voice their opinions in many different ways, sometimes you're like, shut that down. You shouldn't have no personality. No. Now, I'm not saying don't discipline your child, but I'm saying allow them to express themselves and don't push them in one way because it's what it is you want to do. Recognize that they have a bit of you, they have a bit of partner, and they have a whole lot of them. Okay? You got to recognize that they don't just turn it on when they're out your house. It's from birth that they have their own energy. And then the last thing, something that I realized on what makes me such a well-rounded, world's greatest mom, if I must say so myself, right? A 10 out of 10 on the scale. I realized that when it comes to children, they have a lot that they can teach. They are so open and innocent and pure for such a long part of their life. But again, sometimes adults who are hurt and don't understand certain things shut down the children and dim their light and causes them certain constructs. Be a good listener. Listen to your children. Don't shoo them off with their imagination or say you shouldn't be heard or you can't say that or how dare you sit here and say XYZ. Listen to your children. Listen to what they're saying with everything, with their words and their body language, because remember, actions speak louder than words. Listen to them and take stock in them. And if they have something that they're interested in that maybe you don't quite understand, so therefore you're not really interested in it, learn it. Try to learn it or fake it for 20 minutes. My son loves to show me his electronics. He just built a computer from scratch. Like he got the hollow case shell, the tower of a computer desktop, built it from scratch, showed me all these things, came and even asked me an opinion on some parts. Should I buy this? Should I buy that? I don't know, boy, buy that one. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that one. That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, yeah, right. That's more my husband's language, not mine. But I entertain it. I listen to him. I encourage it. Then he turned around, he sold it for more than he built it for. Okay? Nurture your child by listening to them and not condemning them. Okay? All right, so those are my top 3 tips on how to be the world's greatest parent. And that's all that I have for you. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.